Welcome to the Webb School Commencement Ceremony. Please rise for class of 2021.
Good morning. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
What so worthy we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose first and bright stars through the perilous fight, for our ramparts we watch, works of gallantly seen, and the rockets spread away from the bursting in air. Break through the night, that our flag will still fly. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet waves. For the land of the and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing for the invocation. Let us pray. Almighty God, who has given us this good land for our heritage, we humbly beseech thee that we may always prove ourselves a people mindful of thy favor and glad to do thy will. Bless our land with honorable industry, sound learning, and pure manners. Save us from violence, discord, and confusion, from pride and arrogancy, and from every evil way. Defend our liberties and fashion into one united people the multitudes brought hither out of many kindreds and tongues. Endue with the spirit of wisdom those to whom in thy name we entrust the authority of government, that there may be justice and peace at home, and that, through obedience to thy law, we may show forth thy praise among the nations of the earth. In the time of prosperity, fill our hearts with thankfulness, and in the day of trouble, suffer not our trust in thee to fail. all of which we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning. It's with great pleasure and honor that we welcome each one of you here to the 151st commencement exercises for the Webb School class of 2021. The faculty and trustees join me in expressing appreciation for the presence of all of you, parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers, aunts and uncles, and friends of this amazingly talented senior class. A few housekeeping items as we begin. Just know that we are streaming live right now and through our website and Facebook, and we will post online early this afternoon graduation. Cell phones, please check your phones at this time and silence them so we don't disrupt the ceremony. First, I want to offer, on behalf of the faculty and staff, my sincere thanksgiving and gratitude to the parents of the Webb graduates of the class of 2021. Graduates, faculty, alumni, guests, would you please stand with me at this time in acknowledging the parents of the class of 2021? Please rise. Thank you. We are indeed grateful for you parents and your support throughout the years and your trust in us. No year more than this year have we needed that trust and that grace and that partnership. And I'm sure that your son and your daughter, I'm sure they told all of you this morning how grateful they are to you for the opportunity that you have given them to come to the Webb School. Joining me on stage today is Mr. James Vance Berry, class of 72, chairman of the Board of Trustees, and our alumni, Shilpi Dixit, who will be our guest speaker. I'll introduce her more in a moment. I would also like all other trustees who are with us today, if you would rise, we want to recognize you. All trustees who are with us today, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I turn my attention to the stars of this morning, the class of 2021. I want to build on what Dr. Edwards had to say to you this morning and tell you that I'm proud of you, to tell you I'm really in awe, really, of how well you have partnered with this faculty, how well you have led through a situation that I certainly didn't face, and one that not many graduates of the Webb School in all of our history have faced, and you did it well. You did it with grace and poise. The word that continues to resonate in my head and my heart as I pray for and I think about you is gratitude. To make sure we're on the same page here, I offer this definition of the word gratitude for you from the New Oxford American Dictionary. It means the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. I am deeply thankful for you and most appreciative. You taught me much about the Webb School, this, my first year as head of school. There are many things I'll always remember. I'll share one of them with you. I'll always remember Bailey Kavner whispering to me on the chapel stage, "Mr. Cheeseman, you're the one who's supposed to let the declaimers know that they'll have to try another day." That was one of 1,000 times Bailey had to teach me about the Webb culture this year. So I'm grateful to her and all of you. You 56 students who are graduating, you are a unique collection of individuals, a medley of talents, skills, and passions. We're excited to watch your path forward, and we know that it will be successful. We celebrate your accomplishments. We celebrate your grit, your determination. There's much, particularly in the face of trial, that you have done well. Your futures are bright. We're very proud of you, class of 2021, for all of your accomplishments. Let me mention a few. You've worked hard to reach your academic goals. You've been leaders on the playing fields, the courts, the courtroom, not as defendants, but in mock trial. On the stage, your academic accomplishments include a National Merit Scholar, Chandler Vargas, many winners of national academic awards, and 8 AP scholars. In athletics, the class of 2021 has been part of many great achievements and firsts for the Webb School. The Webb Athletic Department, coaches, community, and families are grateful for the hard work and the many hours that you spent working on your game, investing selflessly in your teammates, and giving all of us wonderful memories. Of the 56 graduating seniors, 52 of them have contributed to an athletic team over their time at Webb, over 90%. And as I close my remarks, I just want to reiterate, you are a class indeed to be praised. Your last 15 months have been shaped by COVID-19, and yet you led and lived with grit and persistence, and you accomplished much. You embraced this unprecedented challenge with determination. Some of you were forced to be separated from us due to travel restrictions. Some of you who were here locally had to be part of community remotely. But we are thankful that all of you were a part of the Webb School this year. You have been in our hearts, even those of you who are in another country. These are your memories and the memories we share with you, and no other decade can say that they've had the same experience as you. And again, I'm very proud of you. The faculty and I congratulate the members of the class of 2021 for all of their accomplishments and for having achieved this important milestone in their lives. Changing gears right now, it is my honor and my privilege to introduce our guest speaker for the day, Shilpi Dixit, class of 2000. Dr. Shilpi Dixit is a native Tennessean and currently serves as Program Director for Prevention and Sleep Health at the National Center on Sleep Disorders at the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland. Dr. Dixit did her undergraduate training at Tulane, where she studied psychology and classics, and went on to complete her PhD in neuroscience at Vanderbilt University, where her research primarily focused on the detrimental effect of vitamin C deficiency in aging and neurodegenerative disease. A postdoctoral fellow in the Department of Medicine at Vanderbilt University Medical Center, Dr. Dixit investigated the mechanistic relationship between Alzheimer's disease and seizure disorders before earning a fellowship at NIH through the American for Advancement of Science. Dr. Dixit is a scientist, but most importantly, she is a foot. Having attended Webb since the 7th grade, Dr. Dixit graduated from the Webb School in 2000. After completing her undergraduate degree, she returned to Bell Buckle and spent 3 years as head of Davis Dorm, teaching on Webb's science faculty while completing her master's degree in experimental psychology. Maybe leading the dorm was the experimental psychology, I don't know. But she was specifically investigating the role of cognitive behavioral interventions in the classroom. Never too far from her Webb feet roots, Dr. Dixit currently serves the Webb community as a member of the Alumni Board. Please join me in giving Dr. Dixit a warm Webb welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, parents and faculty, friends. Most importantly, congratulations, seniors. You have worked so hard to get to this day, from your classes and grades to your extracurriculars to the colleges you've chosen. There's an immense pressure for you to have it all figured out by the time you get to graduation day. I remember sitting just where you are, as we have already established 21 years ago, still exhausted from senior survival, not nearly this cold, but still overcome with the emotions of this day. Relief, being done with high school, excitement to move on to the next phase in college, sadness for leaving my friends and the community that I had known for so long, and not an insignificant amount of fear. I did not feel like I had it all figured out. But as it turns out, I didn't need to know at 18 what I wanted or who I wanted to be 20 years later. I'm not telling you to go blindly into the world without a plan and just hope for the best. Anyone who knows me knows that I very much like to have a plan. I am a scientist, but as a scientist, I also know that your plan has to be flexible. It has to allow for those unexpected events that are going to change the outcomes. But how do you make a plan when you don't know what you don't know? You have to rely on your training and your values. Now, you may not realize it, but your experiences at Webb have already shaped who you will become. Since the day you stepped onto campus, you have been living the mission of the Webb School through the enduring understandings of integrity, lifelong learning, respect for yourself and for others, self-discipline and autonomy, embracing your unique gifts, and being of service to each other. When I was sitting where you were, I didn't know how deeply these values were embedded in me. I didn't know how well trained I was to uphold these values for myself. So many of you may know that students stand as a sign of respect when faculty or leadership come into the classroom. So when I got to college, my first day of college, in fact, I halfway stood up when the professor entered the room. I caught myself. They don't do that there. And after my first in-class assignment, I believe it, I turned that page over and I started to write, "I pledge." And they don't do that there. So I guess needless to say, I was pretty well trained. Over time, I came to recognize that this training and these values helped me navigate the new experiences and challenges that I would face throughout my life. I went to college believing that I would be a doctor, a medical doctor. I like science. I like helping people. And I enjoy the idea of financial security, so it seemed like an obvious choice. But in college, I was exposed to new ideas, new problems that needed solutions, and new opportunities that I didn't know existed when I was in high school. And I had a hard time aligning my new worldview with the plan that I had developed when I got there. I also discovered during this time that I cared more about the question than the solution. I would rather spend time learning about what caused the disease than how to treat it. So this kind of blew up my plans to go to medical school, and frankly, I was lost. I felt like I was letting my parents down, but I knew that I would be letting myself down if I didn't embrace this new truth that I had discovered about myself, and I had to make that decision for myself. I needed a new plan, and I needed some time to develop it. I heard about a need for STEM teachers, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I reached out to my former Webb biology teacher, Linda Williams, for advice. And that's how I ended up back in the warm embrace of the Webb School, the community in which I grew up, and into the most difficult thing I have ever done, teaching. I like to think of it as boot camp for life. In addition to working with great students at Webb and learning from my former teachers in brand new ways. Thank you. I also learned some valuable life skills. I learned how to organize plans, how to develop projects, how to manage a team, and how to engage and inform an audience. It wasn't what I'd planned to do, but being flexible gave me the opportunity for more training. Now, there were challenges, and at times it felt overwhelming, but I enjoyed being of service to the Webb community. It's also why I serve on the alumni board today. This community welcomed me back when I had some more growing up to do. And being part of this community again brought me back to those original values. I like science and I want to help people. And now I knew more about myself, and I was better prepared to make a new plan that aligned with those values. I decided to pursue a doctorate in biomedical research, or to professionally investigate biological questions to improve health outcomes. Now, it's not easy to transition careers, but the most valuable piece of advice I can give you is work your network. It's much easier to get in if they know to look for you. But this also means that you have to establish a network by demonstrating your integrity and your unique gifts, and maintain your network by respecting others' time and being of service. You are already building your network through your friends, the faculty who have inspired you, and all of the Webb alum who came before you. It's scary to reach out for people and ask them for their time and their resources. They might say no. People's time is important. But most people are happy to share if it helps. And you can respectfully delete the contact of anyone who does not. In my case, I had done a research internship at Vanderbilt Summer Science Academy, and I continued to engage with the people I met through that program. So when it came time to develop a plan for graduate school, I reached out and I did informational interviews. Write that down. That's a thing. And I set up time with people to ask about the program, to ask about the application process, to figure out what is it that these admissions committees look for in an applicant. And through those conversations, I was able to secure a position as a research assistant, which made me a much stronger candidate for these programs. I joined the graduate neuroscience program at Vanderbilt, where my research focused on how nutritional deficiencies can contribute to cognitive problems as we age, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's disease. But research does not happen in a vacuum. And the synergy and collaboration in research allows science to move forward towards a cure. So I had several opportunities to work with other researchers in different fields and directly with patients in the clinic. I also volunteered with the Alzheimer's Association to serve as a legislative ambassador, advocating for Alzheimer's disease and related dementia research. And for the first time, I saw how biomedical research, the work that I did in the lab, could inform the policies that promote the health and well-being of our nation. So I worked my network, and I found this fellowship. And that fellowship brought me to the National Center on Sleep Disorders Research, where I am developing a research program around lifestyle and behavioral changes that promote better sleep practices to prevent chronic illnesses like cardiovascular disease, obesity and diabetes, cancer, and neurodegenerative disease. Every day, I get to engage with the scientific community in cutting edge research. I get to hear the needs and concerns of our patient advocates. And I get to inform our public stakeholders about the ways to safeguard their own health. I like science, and I want to help people, and I'm doing it. Now, when I was in graduate school, I used to go to these career talks where the speaker would say something like, "Oh, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time." And I always hated it. And I promised I would never be that person. These people did not serendipitously fall into their success. They relied on their own training, their values, and they developed the plan that was right for them. It won't always be easy. You may need to take a moment to rest and adapt. But if you use Webb's enduring understandings as a guidepost, you will find your path too. So I will leave you with this tangible takeaway, if you will. Let the values you have created at Webb lead you to the opportunities that shape your life. Again, congratulations. I wish you all the very best. And remember, we're part of the same alumni network now, so feel free to reach out if I can be of service. Thank you.
Thank you, Shilpi. Very wise words. I hope you all were listening. Good wisdom there. Okay, we are now at the place in our program where we need to recognize a number of folks. You know, we always recognize the faculty at graduation because these graduates could not be where they are without our faculty. And as we've mentioned many times already this morning, this faculty has done a Herculean, an unbelievable job in the face of obstacles that we never imagined we would face. I can't even count up the number of hours that this faculty spent from the moment in March when they realized life for the foreseeable future was going to change dramatically in the teaching and learning space. So they set about the hard work of trying to figure out how to meet that challenge, how to love these students and help them be their very best. And in my opinion, I think they did it well. And I know they did it sacrificially. And I am proud of them. So let all of us stand, graduates as well, and let's give a hearty Thanksgiving to the faculty of the Webb School. Thank you. Class of 2021, don't let today go by after this ceremony without tracking down those faculty members who are most special to you and say a word of thanksgiving to them. I promise you it will be good for you and them. We do want to take this opportunity to thank three very important faculty members who will enter into retirement after this year. So I'm going to call out all three of their names, and if you will hold their applause until the very end, I would appreciate it. And if you three would remain standing when I call your name, I would appreciate that. Margaret Sykes, L.R. Smith, Ralph Jones. If you'll remain standing, I want to say a few things about them before we clap. So Margaret has been with us for 4 years. Margaret has led our LIFT program and invested in students who often have a lack of confidence in themselves, and she has done it well. She has taught them how they learn best. She has given them strategies to succeed, and she has done that well. So we thank you, Margaret. L.R. Smith. What do you say about L.R. Smith? And I've only known him 1 year. L.R. came to the Webb School in the fall of 1978. So L.R. has been with us for 43 years. I have relied heavily on L.R. throughout this year to try and understand the nuances of the culture of the Webb School. Sometimes he would teach me with words. More often than that, he would teach me with a look. I began to understand those looks, like, don't do that, Mr. Cheeseman. Or he would say, don't do that, boss, with his look. But clearly, he has invested deeply and well for hundreds and hundreds of alum and faculty and parents. The man has given his life to this school and our people. His good friend, Ralph Jones, came in the fall of 1988. He's been with us for 33 years. And L.R. himself has said about Ralph, now there is the exemplary teacher. And as I have traveled all around the Southeast and soon, I hope, around the rest of the United States, meeting with alums, guess which two names come up over and over and over again? L.R. Smith and Ralph Jones. About how these two men transformed the lives of so many men and women and gave them the wings they needed to fly and be successful. We have many celebrations left for LR and Ralph, but we needed to recognize them here along with Margaret. So please give them a loud round of applause. Thank you, three. Okay. I think, Nicole, you now need to come on stage and help me as this new head of school doesn't make a mistake here. All right. We're going to start the presentation of awards with the McQuitty Award. The David Newton McQuitty Award is given by the family of David Newton McQuitty to honor a teacher who has integrity, who is loyal to Webb and its ideals, is dedicated to the profession, and who encourages sound character and academic excellence. A native of Bedford County, David Newton McQuitty graduated from Webb in 1921, completed his studies at Vanderbilt and then the University of Chicago. He served as teacher and librarian at Webb for 12 years, following which he became the headmaster and academic dean of Tennessee Military Institute in Sweetwater, Tennessee. The winner of the McQuitty Award is selected exclusively by vote of the student body, which I think is powerful. This year's recipient is originally from York, Pennsylvania, where he attended a boarding school himself. A graduate of the Kiski School, he went on to earn a bachelor's degree in social science and education in 2015. He joined the Webb School teaching faculty in 2016. And during his tenure, he has helped coach football, boys basketball, girls lacrosse. He serves as a dorm parent in Chambliss, serves as an advisor, has taught world history 2 and democracy, all the while finding time to inspire his students. He devotes his time to his wife, Laura, and you can often see him with Kona, his dog. He is an avid sports fan in his free time. And most of all, and I think this is likely why he was chosen by our students, he is always a champion of our students at the Webb School. So please join me in congratulating Scott Persichetti. Well chosen, class of 2021. All right, it is now my pleasure to present the Head of Schools Award, which is funded by the J. Murray Hill Class of 75 Endowment. This award is intended to be given by the head of school to fund any appropriate annual expense. For this school year, it was designated to create a garden and a reflection spot for students, faculty, and alumni just outside the newly renovated Bradley building, and to add additional seating to watch our students' tennis matches. We are very grateful to Mr. Hill for his generous gift. Do that. Thank you. All right, it's time to present some student awards. We will now present individual awards to members of the class of 2021. Book awards are given to the student in each course who earned the highest average in that course. Senior recipients were honored in an earlier ceremony, and you will notice the list of recipients in your program, so please take a look at that. I'm now going to call John Bloom up. John, come on up. John is our Dean of Students and Dean of Residential Life, and he will present awards to our seniors for excellence in community service. The first award winner is Molly Kate Creech. Yes, please pause when you come up on stage, when you get your Bible and awards, so you can get the picture. The next recipient is Ruth Smith. The next award winner is Trey Snell. Our final award winner is Carrie Simmons. Personal integrity, the honor code, and the honor council have been the cornerstones of the Webb tradition since its founding 151 years ago. At this time, I ask Joe Griggs, faculty advisor to the honor council, to come forward. He will present our senior members of the Webb School Honor Council with their awards. Our first award winner, William Taylor. Next, Caleb Voorhees Fontenot. Smile for that camera. Next is Dawson Hasty. Our final recipient is Slate Bowers. Thank you. We will now present special awards selected by the faculty. Kevin Finn, if you'll come up. Kevin Finn will present the Marjorie Ely Manley Award. This award goes to that student who best combines an appreciation of music and foreign language. Gentle reminder about your phones. So on behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to bestow the Marjorie Ely Manley Award to Emma Roy. Our athletic director, Scott Dorsett, will come up. The next awards. Mr. Dorsett will present the Senior Athletic Awards. The 2020-21 Dale Hyatt Memorial Awards are presented to two seniors. The first is Jordan Jenkins. There you go, Jordan. Our next recipient is Geneva Van. The 2020-21 John Freeman Athletic Awards are presented to two seniors. First recipient is Bart Morton. Final recipient is Leanne Fowler. The Senior Achievement Scholar Athlete Award recognizes two seniors, one male and one female, who have excelled both academically and athletically. The award is voted on by each varsity coach. The requirements are as follows. You must have played at least two varsity sports during your senior year. You must have played at least 4 varsity seasons in your Webb career. You must have had an overall GPA of at least 2.5 at the end of the first semester of your senior year. This year, the award goes to William Taylor. And to Bailey Kavner. Jacqueline Boynton, if you'll come up at this time, please. Jacqueline Boynton, Chair of the English Department, will present the Webb Fallon Award. This award is in memory of Gerald Webb Fallon and is given to the senior with the highest cumulative English grade average. The student must be at Webb for a minimum of at least 3 years to be eligible. On behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to announce Chandler Vargas. Ms. Wyndham will come up at this time, please. Chair of the Math Department, Leanne Wyndham, will present the Henry Harry Memorial Mathematics Awards. The Henry Harry Mathematics Memorial Award honors the memory of a graduate and friend of the Webb School. The award was established by Mrs. Henry Harrell in memory of her husband. The award is given to the graduating senior or seniors who have demonstrated excellence in all the mathematics courses that they have undertaken at the Webb School. We have 2 recipients this year. On behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to invite back up to the podium Chandler Vargas. Our second recipient is Mr. Feynman Lou. Our Dean of Academics and Arts, Nicole Takari, will present the John Hardin Highest Scholarship Award and the Anna Landis Hightower Award. The John Hardin Highest Scholarship Award, given by Webb, along with a crisp new $100 bill, is given to the student who achieves the highest scholastic average in his or her senior year. On behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to bestow this award to Ming-Yoon Austin Shu in absentia. She's still DL. The Anna Landis Hightower Award. This award is presented annually to that member of the graduating class who has maintained the highest academic average over his or her 4 years at the Webb School. On behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to ask to come back up Chandler Vargas. Ruth Cordell, if you'll come up, please. Ruth Cordell, our theater director, will present the Joseph Peters Mearsman's Award. The Joseph Peters Mearsman Jr. Award is given to that student who has made a significant contribution to the theater at the Webb School throughout his or her time in our upper school. On behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to bestow this award to Anderson Slate Bowers. Dr. Sullins will come up at this time, please. Dr. Sullins will present the John Lewis Morgan Award, which was established to perpetuate the years of meritorious service to the Webb School. This award is made annually to the student who has maintained a high standard of excellence in his or her academic work and demonstrated the highest qualities of good citizenship in the service of the school. The award celebrates the life of John Morgan, who served on the Webb School faculty for 43 years and also served as our head of school from 1959 until 1963. The award recipient is selected by vote of the faculty, and it represents the highest award presented to a member of the senior class. This student has attended the Webb School since the 6th grade. She serves as the Webb Worldwide founder and president, vice president of Dance Marathon, varsity football manager, plays varsity girls tennis. Perhaps more important than all of these, she is a gift to all who meet and know her. She is a ray of sunshine wherever she goes. We all will miss her, but we are confident that she will continue to make all those around her better, just as she has here. Next year, she plans to attend Belmont University, go Bruins, to pursue a nursing degree. On behalf of the faculty, it is my deep pleasure to bestow the John Lewis Morgan Award to Molly Kate Creech. As is the custom at graduation at the Webb School, we take a moment to recognize two very important groups at Webb. First, the Old Guard, which is comprised of students who have attended Webb for 4 or 5 years. I would like these students to stand up as I call their name and remain standing so we can give you a round of applause when we finish with all the names. Benjamin Winter Bell. Anderson Slate Bowers, Yinyo Dai, Shelby Bryn Dornish, Jaden Caroline Jackson, Curtis Jordan Jenkins Jr., Aubrey Myers McCamey, Sean McKenzie Jr., Bryant Wade Morton, Abigail Grace Purdom, Ejune Nancy Shee, Hudson B. Tucker, Olivia Mai Tucker, Chandler Nicholas Waldron Vargas, Zia Wang, Haoxiyan Zhang. The old guard. Now, for the members of the Ancient Guard. These are students who began their careers in Webb in 6th or 7th grade. So again, I will call out your name and please remain standing. Lane Nicole Allen. Mary Pauline Bryant. Bailey Erica Kavner. Reagan Chambers. Molly Kate Creech. Leanne Fowler. Catherine Abigail Gallagher. Joshua Valencia Goko. Dawson Christian Hasty. Cheney Jacqueline McKnight. Charles David Mitchell. Claire Alexandra Parsons. Emma Grace Roy. Carolyn Edith Simmons. Ruth Elaine Smith. Trey Fred Clark Snell III. William Taylor. And Caleb Voorhees Fontenot. The Ancient Guard. It is my pleasure now to introduce our student speaker, chosen by her class. She has attended Webb since the 6th grade. She serves as our student council president, student body president, co-captain of the varsity football and basketball cheerleaders, unofficial advisor to the new head of school. Next year, she plans to attend the University of Tennessee at Knoxville to pursue a pre-med degree. Please join me in welcoming Bailey Kavner.
Hello, and good morning, everyone. My name is Bailey Kavner, and I am extremely honored to be the elected student speaker for the ceremony this morning. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to thank and welcome family, alumni, friends, distinguished guests for sharing such a monumental day with us all. As any good graduation day speech should start off with, let me say this. Seniors, we made it. We successfully navigated the dangers of adolescence, including braces, acne, heartbreak, ugly yearbook pictures, SATs, and Miss Camp's 11th grade English class. We have come so far, not only as individuals, but as a class and a community. It seems like just yesterday we were starting the 6th grade. Backpacks bigger than we were, marching around this campus wearing new uniforms that didn't quite fit right, and our big yellow binders in hand. At a young age, it was difficult for me to picture how important and ingrained each of you would become in my life. We survived field studies, the Tide Pod Challenge, and PE class. But in the blink of an eye, we were starting freshman year. And I'm sure there aren't many people in this audience who would go back to the age of 15 again, but I assure you, we handled the trials and tribulations of freshman year with grace and poise. For example, a good old mea culpa outside Mr. Chicken's class because the bell buckle train has impeccable timing. It's a humbling experience, no doubt. We learned what it meant to be independent, a diligent student, and active in our community. Our class began to flourish into a well-rounded group of artists, athletes, performers, activists, and leaders. Sophomore year arrived in a flash. We stood on the junior room porch for our first ethics class, terrified of Mr. L.R. Smith, just to find out he was a sweet man with a passion for turkey hunting, the movie Groundhog Day, and some vapor rub. Our car keys jingled as we grabbed our seats for Mr. Bucksmith's English class for everyone to see. We heard Mr. Folk tell us one too many times, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're out of luck. And Mr. Bloom would know I'm out of luck a lot of the time. Junior year snuck up on us. Miss Camp taught us playfully what it meant to be a scholar with her impeccable Nerf gun aim. And Mr. Jones taught us that history is taught so that we can learn to write our future. Senior year, 7 years in the making for most of us. This past school year has been bittersweet. Every day was a step closer to the very spot I find myself today on this stage. And every day was a day closer to us leaving our little nest tucked away in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We watched as we celebrated senior nights, the last time we would pick up palms, put on jerseys, or perform on that stage. We rang the bell for the world to hear on Blazer Day as we took the initial steps into our next journey. On field day, we remembered what it was like to be a little kid again. We survived those high school exams, those final high school exams, and we conquered senior survival, side by side, emerging as a class united with a bond so strong I don't even think words could do it justice. Finally, we stand before each other ready to branch out. For this reason, I would like to offer some valuable advice you're going to find oh so familiar. As you find yourself faced with a world filled with hurdles, or potholes of life, as Mr. Dorset would call them, remember these pieces of advice from the very fiber of Webb's practices. Pedigree your ancestors. Step forward into this world eager to make a positive change in your surroundings. Make a name for yourself. Use the valuable education, tools, and lessons from our wise teachers and faculty. Enlighten those around you to how diligent a Webb lady or gentleman can really be. Be sweet. Live life without the slightest trace of snobbery. Remembering virtue is embodied in being kind, loving, and generous is essential. Obtaining your goals will be that much easier by staying humble and leading with compassion for others. Be good. Remain focused and diligent on the path towards your goals. Stray from temptation. Noli re subdoli facere. Do nothing on the sly. Live your truth. Speak your truth. Embody your truth. Be virtuous when no one is watching. And finally, as Mr. Bloom always says, remember, it's a great day to be afoot. We are all connected, no matter the time, no matter the distance. Share your Webb School memories with whoever is willing to listen. Be proud to call the Webb School your home. Wear blue and gold with pride. Soak it in, Mr. Callis said, and I have personally spent the last several weeks admiring the many great memories I've shared with this community. Every classroom, every beautiful weather day on campus. Every day I have continued to try and soak it in. And I encourage you, seniors, to continue and to bask in the memories and accomplishments we have all shared here. And as I begin to close this speech, I would like to extend my personal gratitudes. Thank you to the amazing faculty and teachers who have helped my classmates and I grow, dream, and conquer. You have shaped our lives in many ways you will never understand, and your dedication to this school is admirable. Your lessons you have taught us are sure to be passed on for generations and generations to come. Thank you to the loved ones who have supported my classmates and I through our academic endeavors here at Webb. You worked hard so that we could be here today. You believed in us. Today marks not only a monumental day for the class of 2021, but you all as well. Your pride for us this morning is radiating and empowering. Thank you to our amazing student body. Having the opportunity to lead such an amazing group of individuals as your president has left me awestruck and proud. Today, we pass the torch as we are eager to see how the community before us will flourish. And finally, the biggest thank you of them all, to the class of 2021, for so many valuable lessons and memories and moments I will cherish for the rest of my life. We have fallen together, we have gotten back up together, and we have grown together. We are luckier than most to have a bond that will stretch with us this span of our lives. Looking back on my 7 years here, I am proud to be standing alongside of you as a member of such an outstanding class. I am proud not only to call you my friends, but my family. I am excited to see how each of you will grow and how every one of you will continue to embrace your legacy and make the world a better place. Today marks a monumental step towards our goals, a step we have all been preparing for. Today marks the day we take the steps into becoming who we were meant to be. So take a deep breath, take a moment to admire your accomplishments, and look at your peers beside you. We take the step together. So soak it in, because although this may feel like the finish line, I can assure you this is the first step of many. So seniors, here's to us, because guess what? We made it. Thank you.
Well done, Bailey. You did make it. Okay, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Vance Berry, chairman of the board, will join me, and he will present the Bibles to the class of 2021. You may follow along in your program and note that each student provided a preference for his or her name as it's listed. Also note that there are several students who are still distance learners, and so their pictures will be shown on the screen, and we'll recognize them. So graduates, are you ready? Yeah. All right. The first row, here we go.
Back row, stand up.
Don't you love L.R. Smith? I am going to miss you, L.R. Okay. Our first graduate, Yagu Amy Zhang. The next is a distance learner, Haoxian Zhang, magna cum laude. Our next graduate is also a distance learner, Mingyun Chu, magna cum laude. Our next is also a distance learner, Zia Wang, cum laude. We're now ready for Deng Huang Vu, magna cum laude. Caleb Voorhees Fontenot. Chandler Nicholson Waldron Vargas, summa cum laude. Geneva Lauren Van. Olivia Mai Tucker. Hudson B. Tucker. Sinai Aria Thomas. Our next graduate is distance learner, Vivian Sun, magna cum laude. We have Trey Fred Clark Snell III. Ruth Elaine Smith. Shanice Simpson Whiteley. Carolyn Edith Simmons. Distance learner, Iju Nancy Shi, magna cum laude. Mia Sampson. Emma Grace Roy, cum laude. Abigail Grace Purdom. Evan Alexander Price. Lon Mai Fawn, magna cum laude. Claire Alexandra Parsons. Mark Anthony Nicholson. Bryant Wade Morton, cum laude. Charles David Mitchell. Cheney Jacqueline McKnight, cum laude. Sean McKenzie Jr. Got the shoes, buddy. Aubrey Myers McCamey. Feynman Lou, magna cum laude. Distance learner, Lashian Richard Lee, summa cum laude. Curtis Jordan Jenkins Jr. Jaden Caroline Jackson. Hallie Claire Hawkins. Dawson Christian Hasty. Samuel Denny Hastings. Distance learner, Fangming Gu. Joshua Valencia Goko, cum laude. Catherine Abigail Gallagher, magna cum laude. Leanne Fowler. Lachey Dwyer. Shelby Bryn Dornish. Dovu Din Keem, summa cum laude. Yinyo Dai, magna cum laude. Molly Catherine Creech. cum laude. Reagan Chambers, cum laude. Michael Jr. Terrence Chambers. Bailey Erica Kavner, magna cum laude. Mary Pauline Bryant. Jamison Brown, cum laude. Anderson Slate Bowers. Benjamin Winter Bell, magna cum laude. Christopher R. Bain. Sugri Maliyela Amalaboba. Lane Nicole Allen, cum laude. William Taylor, cum laude. Before moving on and recognizing the entire class, let me say a word of apology and make a correction. It's Olivia May Tucker. So sorry about that, Olivia. All right. It is time for another tradition at the Webb School. Invocation Vitae, school hymn. So, at this time, all of you graduates, if you would like to join the senior class, and we will sing Invocation Vitae together. So, alumni, please come over to the graduates. As the graduates are making their way there, we invite all of you to join in the singing. You'll find the words in your bulletin. The alumni and the graduates will sing the first verse together in leading us.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, will the congregation please rise? Senior class alumni will sing the first verse. Thank you, alums. You can find your way back to your seats. Before we sit down for the final comments, ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021. All right. If you will please be seated, we have a few more comments, the benediction, and then the recessional. And then you're already alums, but you'll lead us out. Okay, final thoughts, the class of 2021. You will leave Webb, your second home for all these years, to embrace new endeavors. Senior survival solidified for most of you these deep relationships and pushed you to find new grit many of you didn't know you had. And there are some members of your class whom you'll never see after today. But there are also many members of your class who will be closer to you than a brother or a sister for the rest of your lives. And we hope that you will return often to the Webb School. And we want to share in your celebrations and know that Webb will always be your home. Wherever you go, remember, as you've been told already several times today, you are a Webb lady and a Webb gentleman. That honor comes with a great responsibility of living your life with integrity, character, and service to others. These lessons are for a lifetime. You carry these with you to college and your life beyond. Lead a purposeful life, be a servant leader, always be kind, and Godspeed to you all. Now I will give the benediction, an old Irish farewell, and then we will begin the recessional. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands. With that, unless Dr. Sullins tells me otherwise, I think we're ready. Here we go.
Shake your hand or let